On these streets, there's only one man who could be walking on these streets. These streets in the night, there's only one brave enough to tackle these mean streets in the night. Cold, dark, wet streets of the night.
Internet! Oh, it's that guy who's gonna feed those shrimps today. That's much more accommodating for a regular kind of Saturday or Sunday kind of video watching some shrimps. Eat some Shrimp King food. Hey, what's up, Internet? How you doing? Back here again with a little bit of video from the week. Some stuff that didn't necessarily make the live show. So Sunday's a great day to send this out to you. If you're not watching this on Sunday, well, kudos to you for watching a video that is not fresh and new, but it's an older video from another point in time when it was put out. As you guys can see here, the Shrimp King food is pretty well received by the cherry shrimp colony that I got going here, and I'm pretty happy overall with the results so far. So I haven't been able to come up with anything that says that this is a bad food, but we're still working on the long-term feeding to figure out exactly what the content is and what that's going to mean for this colony moving along. You must be feeling absolutely lucky at getting an opportunity to check out the behind the scenes here during the break from the shrimp feeding frenzy, which I agree with you, you should feel super lucky and happy to get an opportunity to check out the behind the scenes. What does it take? What's it like around the corner when the live streaming is happening? If you haven't checked out the Real Fish Talk with myself and Corey from Aquarium Co-op, you should definitely give that a listen. If that's not something that you like, then maybe there's something wrong with you, but don't worry, there'll be more shrimp video coming up here in just a minute. If it is something that you're interested in, the podcast is coming out all over podcastery, so I would check that out. If you have iTunes or any of that kind of stuff, you can download it, or you can check out on my channel. We have a Monday through Friday show, 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. You can check that out too. We're coming up on the Thanksgiving week, which is pretty exciting for everybody out there. One of the main reasons that I love the Neocaridina is because they're just so easy to take care of realistically when you think about it. The water parameters for them are pretty wide. They are a pretty resilient shrimp, and they do breed like crazy. As you know, in the wild, they're essentially a food source. So they breed like a food source, which means pretty prolifically. They do a fair to middling job as far as like cleaning things out of a tank, but I would never rely on only shrimp or anything like that to clean my tank for me, mainly because I'm so much better at cleaning than than an animal's behavior is, right? If we're talking about how well things get cleaned up. But they do go around and pick things off of a lot of stuff, and if you have enough of them, you'll at least have an opportunity to maybe clean your tank like one time less a year. I don't think it would be really that significant in realistic terms. So but they are a great addition to any planted aquarium. If you've never kept shrimp before, I would highly recommend you to. These would be the shrimp that I would recommend. If you've never had any before and you are a newcomer to the shrimp game, and also if you've never kept them before, the price point getting in is pretty reasonable with these shrimp versus a lot of the more delicate, fancy ones out there. So not only is the price point there, but the water parameters are a little bit easier to take care of, especially for somebody who's just starting out. But they are a fantastic shrimp. Their personality is about the same of all the other shrimp. They just kind of spend all day roaming about looking for stuff to munch on and opportunities to reproduce, basically. That's pretty much what they're up to 24/7. But if you do have a planted tank, I don't think shrimp are 100% necessity, but I would say probably a 90% necessity. They're pretty much one of the big focal points that I go for if somebody does have a big fancy planted aquarium. So it's definitely a direction to go. I find hours and hours of enjoyment out of keeping shrimp and keeping shrimp colonies and stuff along those lines. You can see my one guppy spinning by the front of this time lapse every once in a while. So I'll actually be making a quick video on the guppies, who are the other inhabitants in this tank, and as you can see, some of the snails that are cruising around in there. I probably won't make a video about the snails. They're pretty boring. So, but I did want to make a quick video in regards to some of this weekend footage and stuff like that I have kind of piling up. So we're going to keep making these short videos. If you're interested in more videos like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Show up to the long show during the week. Also, click the Amazon banners, all that kind of stuff. If you guys want to support, if you don't want to do any of that stuff, you could always just head over to the Patreon, www.patreon.com/Joel_C. Pretty simple. It's in the description down below, and that would be a way that you could support the channel and keep more crazy videos like this coming out to you hot and fresh on the weekend. You know what I'm saying? So everybody have a fantastic weekend out there, and I'll talk to you later.